Food basics.
Has
Huh?
the problem.
Huh?
Has the problem.
The problem is, I think you're scammers. Is what the problem. Why are you hiding your face? Why were you pretending to be homeless at Richmond Hill? Now you're down here at a Food Basics in Scarborough.
David Menzies for Rebel News here in East End, Toronto. And folks, I have a spectacular epilogue to Lincoln Jay's awesome report where he outed earlier this month what seems to be a professional panhandling ring. These are people pretending to be homeless, but really they're not. And who knows, they're probably double dipping. They're probably getting all kinds of social supports. Here, let's just flash back to Lincoln's work from several days ago.
I observed them panhandling for 5.5 hours, and they eventually decided to call it quits for the day. I watched them walk to the back of a nearby plaza where a van was waiting for them. A young girl ran up to one of the women, and they walked hand in hand toward the vehicle, while the second woman followed behind. A man, the apparent getaway driver, was also waiting. They all got into the van and drove off. Well, this story just got even crazier. As I was wrapping up filming my stand-up, I decided I'm gonna fly the drone, get some shots of the area, shots of the intersection. And then I decided I was gonna fly the drone to where they got picked up yesterday. And I couldn't believe my eyes. The exact same van was dropping off the exact same people in the exact same spot.
Well, there you have it, folks. And I got to tell you, after Lincoln's magnificent piece of investigative journalism aired, boy, did the Rebel News tips line light up. That wasn't just some random intersection in Mississauga that this is happening. We got tips from all over the Greater Toronto area, tips from other provinces, even tips from states south of the border saying the exact same thing is happening there, that there are people gaming the system and preying upon the generosity of Good Samaritans to pad their wallets. Now, folks, I couldn't believe it. Earlier today, this caper started walking distance away from my home in Richmond Hill because I noticed someone there that really looked very similar to the type of people Lincoln Jay was dealing with in Mississauga. She was outside a no-frills grocery store, and my camera woman, Avery Armstrong, she hustled over, and well, our first interaction was just to approach her, give her a few bucks, ask her about her state of affairs, and find out what her deal is. Unfortunately, she either doesn't speak any English or pretended not to speak English. Here, check it out.
Oh, hi there. Please help. Oh, you have 3 kids. Oh, geez. How, there you go. In here? Pardon me? What? Can I? A chicken? I don't know if I have enough for that. I can get you some bananas. Do you want some bananas? Or you got that there? Oh, okay. You got some groceries. So, oh, okay. Do you have a place to stay? Do you have a house, a home to go to, or down there? Like you're not on the street, are you? You're not homeless? You have a baby? But do you have a home? Does it please help? Oh, basement. Okay, please help. I stay Sophia. Pardon me? Okay then. Well, that's all the cash I have. So okay then. So shall I meet you at the restaurant then? And
Yeah.
okay. All right then. Okay. Good luck.
Now, folks, I can tell you, Avery and I stuck around for about 2 hours observing this woman getting donations both in cash and in groceries. Avery and I hung around the No Frills Plaza for about 2 hours, and then lo and behold, she got up from her spot in front of the grocery store and walked over, not to a bus, not to what I think she said was her nearby basement apartment, but to a blue Nissan Versa car driven by a male. And what happened next was that Avery and we followed the couple because we wanted to find out where they're going. I would bet my bottom dollar, folks, that that person does not live in a shelter, does not live in a homeless encampment. And what springs to mind is Mike Strobel did a piece for the Toronto Sun many years ago. It was a famous piece called The Shaky Lady. It was a woman who pretended to be disabled but was really earning thousands and thousands of dollars and was living in a luxury condo, I believe, in East York. And we wanted to find out what the final destination of this woman would be. Well, I can tell you, we were kind of shocked that their journey from Richmond Hill took them to the highway 404, then the Don Valley Parkway, all the way down to Toronto. And I think what happened then, as much as we were trying to be inconspicuous, he suspected correctly that something was up, and he started to make a series of U-turns. What happened next, folks, is they finally pulled over into a delicatessen, and I came up to them and I had an interaction, and suddenly that woman, she denied ever meeting me. She denied that she had a sign saying she was trying to earn money for 3 children. Check it out.
I don't know, but guys, you were, I gave you some money at the Richmond Hill No Frills. Do you remember? Pardon?
Yes, ma'am.
And then you got into this car and you've driven about 20 kilometers to the city of Toronto. No? No? You don't remember me giving you money? No? You have a sign that says you have 3 kids. Where are the kids? You don't have a sign that says 3 kids? Okay, well, I'll follow you.
And so it was, they got back in their car and went eastbound on Lawrence Avenue. And this time it was to a plaza with a Dollarama and a Food Basics. I thought it was a new shift for her. She was going to set up begging in Scarborough, but no, they were shopping in Dollarama. And again, we had an encounter with them, and here's what went down.
Is this where you set up operation at Food Basics? Huh? The problem is, I think you're scammers is what the problem. Why are you hiding your face? Why were you pretending to be homeless at Richmond Hill? Now you're down here at a Food Basics in Scarborough.
Has the problem.
What is the problem? I think you're running a scam, aren't you? Where are you from? I think you're pretending to be homeless. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I know. You're preying on the generosity of people. That's what the problem is. Where do you live? Why are you begging 25 kilometers away in Richmond Hill? Where do you live?
¿Qué quieres tú?
Huh?
¿Qué quieres? Vete de aquí. Vete. Vete, hombre, de aquí.
I don't understand what you're saying, ma'am.
In any event, I really believe they are scammers. I think this is all part of one big racket. And what happened next was he got in his car and he was driving at least double the speed limit and going through red lights. And, well, it was too dangerous for us to keep up the pursuit. We had to call it off. I don't have that part on my dash cam because he had already given me the slip, and Avery's car was not equipped with a dash cam. But I can tell you that is why we had to pull over here and file our report. In any event, folks, we're going to keep on this. I have a real bad suspicion that what people are saying on the tips line is true, that there are a whole lot of people who are pretending to be destitute, homeless. Maybe they're already collecting all kinds of social benefits and welfare and unemployment insurance, and they are preying upon the generosity of Good Samaritans. I don't think that's right. We're going to keep doing shoe leather journalism to expose these fraudsters. Stay tuned for our next update. For Rebel News, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Hey folks, I know you love it when Rebel News brings you the other side of the story, but the fact is we can't do it without your help. Unlike the mainstream media trained seals, we do not get a single nickel of carny bucks. Please, if you can, go to rebelfieldreports.com. That's rebelfieldreports.com. And if you're able to, kindly make a donation.